very welcome to the second AIG Ireland O'Connor Cup Semi-final here this afternoon at Queens, and it's Ulster University against the holders DCU. We're expecting big things from this game. This should be an absolute cracker. UCC already in the final after their win over University of Galway. We have switched venues. We're now up in pitch 10 for this game. This is known as the hurling pitch, although obviously a lot of football played on it as well. And in years gone by, believe it or not, this pitch was actually the other way round, if you like. So it's going from left to right as you're looking at it, but where we are standing now would have been the goals in the old days, and that's where the Sigerson Cup final would have been played, when a certain Jarlath Burns would have played with St Mary's to beat UCC, who in those days had Maurice Fitzgerald. Yes, I go back a long way, so the pitch has been turned around a little bit. But what it means is when our camera shoots across, and you're now looking through the camera at the DCU players in their huddle and the white building in the background, which always makes it difficult to see where the ball's gone on those goals for the camera, but not for the players obviously. But when our camera shows you the full game, you'll see Cave Hill looking splendid in the March sunshine over on the far side there in this venue that they call the Dub. The Dub Arena is where the main stadium is for the games, but this is one of the outlying pitches, and a fabulous playing surface it is, as you find for all of the pitches up here at Queen's. So DCU now running out into their positions. I'll give you the teams very quickly. Ulster University, and now this is the 15 we've been given, so there could be changes, but Cara Bradley from Warren Point in goals, 2 Laura Kavanagh, the captain, from Killeavy, 3 Erin Sands from Saul, that's in County Down, 4 Maeve Ferguson from Ballyhagan and Armagh, 5 Sarah O'Neill, Moneyglass, 6 Ciara Brown, St Paul's, and that is in Belfast, with Amy Garland, number 7 from Donaghmoyne. They were the joint captains who took the toss. Not that it matters today, there's no real breeze or advantage. Number 8, Brianna Quinn from Clonoe and Tyrone, the vice captain. 9, Niamh McClory from Annaclone. I think I'm going to be cut off here because it looks like Shane Curley is about to throw the ball in, but I'll try and give you the teams as we go. I see there already a change for DCU in the middle of the field. You can see the number 21 there for them, and that is Hannah McGuinness, and she is of course a Dublin player, and she is from Skerries. So she is in at midfield. I don't know who she's in for, but she's definitely there in the middle, as you can see. And just continuing the rest of the Ulster University team then. Number 10 is Adele Hagney from Greenmore in Armagh. 11, Katrina O'Hagan from Carrickcruppen, same club as Caroline O'Hanlon. 12, Lauren Garland from Donaghmoyne, a twin sister of Amy. 13, Holly McQuaid from Emyville in Monaghan. 14, Maria O'Neill, a sister of Sarah at 5 from Moneyglass. And 15, Niamh King from Castlewellan in County Down. And I'll give you the DCU team as we go. But Shane about to throw the ball in, and here we go in the beautiful March sunshine. As I say, it's a lovely warm day when you're out in it here, and perfect for the O'Connor Cup. And Emma Duggan getting her hands on the ball right away and feeding Clodagh Lohan using her speed, and she gets it up to Leah Fox, and Leah now going for the first score of the game, and there it is. That didn't take long. Leah from Leitrim played in the game we live streamed last Sunday in Castleconnor, Sligo against Leitrim. She's from Glencar Manor Hamilton, and she linked beautifully there with the Longford Slashers girl Clodagh Lohan. And Ciara Brown now taking the ball from her goalkeeper to try and get Ulster University moving after that early score. Pressure applied by Duggan, but it's Ulster University in the white coming forward with Sarah O'Neill. This is O'Hagan, and on this side Laura Kavanagh, the captain from Killeavy, gets the ball. And this is Holly McQuaid, left-footed player, even though she's playing on the right corner, but easily intercepted there, and it's DCU with their number 5, Sarah Reynolds, and this is Ruth Sargent. Kerry Owens, another of their Dublin players. Kate Kenny involved as well. This is 5 or 6 players combining very nicely, moving it through the hands. Sargent back to Kate Kenny. Kate Kenny will filter it back out. Lots of room in the middle for the number 21, Hannah McGuinness. That's because the Ulster University players have all dropped into their defensive structure. But DCU just come round the edges, and they might actually go more direct now. They get it to Aisling Hanley, and she's a great left foot on her, and it's gone wide. Thought that was going to go over. It looked from here as if she'd struck it perfectly, but must have been very narrowly wide. But very good movement by DCU, very good football by them in their approach, all the way from the turnover at the back, and very nearly resulting in a score. So 1-0 for the holders. Goalkeeper not sure where to go with this. There's a big press on, and despite the big press, Sarah O'Neill nipped in front of Hanley and Duggan there. And now Ciara Brown slips it to Garland, and Duggan again trying desperately to get it from her, but not quite managing to. Amy Garland pops the ball out to the side. That's Erin Sands, I think, but that kick is going to go over the line, and Ulster University just struggling a little bit in these early stages. Now, what number is that? Is that 28? It is 28 for DCU out there, and that is Fionnuala McLaughlin. And if you know your football at all, you'll not be surprised at all to see Fionnuala starting the game, even though she was named at 28. She has amazing pace, fabulous player for Mayo. This is Leah Fox again. That's DCU bossing the early stages. Looking for another score. This is Ciara Durkin from Knockmore and Mayo, and there's room here for Hannah McGuinness. Lots of room. Can she take her score? She does that absolutely expertly, and Ulster University sucked in there and didn't pick her McGuinness up, and she put it over rather easily. 2 points to no score for DCU, and the press is on again. You see they're doing a zonal press, and they're trying to force the keeper to kick long, but she tries to pick out her number 8, Brianna Quinn, and it rather fortunately goes through to Edel Hagney. Now they have a chance because Niamh King has it. This is their first real attack of the game, Ulster University. Most of the girls live in around the Queens area, so familiar here. It's home ground really for them in a sense, whereas DCU have had to come up from Dublin for this game. This is Garland coming forward, Amy Garland. Has her gloves in the back of her shorts. I don't think many players will need the gloves today, although Niamh McClory I see here has her gloves. The ball just filters back out to Quinn again, with DCU sitting in quite deep, and it's gone dark all of a sudden, a bit of cloud cover, so the bright sunshine is only on the left hand side of the pitch at the minute and not at this part, but one of those days where it'll change every few seconds, I think, and that one is going to go over the line, and it's going to be a Ulster University ball. And we'll get you the DCU team in full as we progress in the next few minutes if we get a chance. Just have to follow the ball for now though. That one driven forward by O'Hagan and easily swept up at the back by Leisha Lenihan from Kildare, and they're enjoying themselves in Lidl National League Division 1 this season. So DCU coming forward again. Good run through the middle. Support coming from Hannah McGuinness and Fionnuala McLaughlin. And again, just moving it very slickly through the hands. Clodagh Lohan now to Duggan. Pops it back out to Kate Kenny. Amazing talent on these teams. And Kate goes for her score, but you saw what she was trying to do, but just didn't get the connection. So the DCU team in goals, Robin Murray from Navan. Her twin sister Charlie was captain last night of TUD in the Moynihan Cup final. 2 is Niamh Donlan, Dublin player of course, from Oliver Plunkett's. 3 Leisha Lenihan. 4 Ciara Durkin from Knockmore and Mayo. Let's follow the play here because Hannah McGuinness has it again, and she gives it into Aisling Hanley. Perfect on her left side, but under pressure from Ciara Brown. Doesn't hit the target, but there will be a 45. So going back to the team. 5 for DCU is Sarah Reynolds from Leitrim, St Mary's Club. 6 Ruth Sargent from Eadstown. 7 Christina Charters from Crusherlock and Cavan. She's the vice captain. In fact, it's not a 45, it's a free in. 8 Kerry Owens from Thomas Davis Club. 9 Aoife Cullen from Gussaran in Wexford. 10 Clodagh Lohan. 11 Emma Duggan. 12 Maria Cannon from Burrishoole in Mayo. And the full forward line, Leah Fox, Kate Kenny from Niamh Kieran in Offaly, and 15 is Aisling Hanley from Kilbride and Roscommon. Although the 2 changes, of course, 21 Hannah McGuinness and 28 Fionnuala McLaughlin, and I haven't quite worked out how they've come in for, so you can maybe work that out yourselves, or maybe you can tell me on the live chat there on the YouTube. I'm just trying to work out where the ball is going and give you as many names as I can. But this is definitely Edel Hagney for Ulster University. They seem to be playing with the exact 15 we were given. This is Niamh King. Up ahead of her, the full forward Maria O'Neill is trying to give her an option. And that one trying to get it through. It wasn't intended for Holly McQuaid, but she's got it. She's a good left foot on her. She could score from there, but it's gone a little bit too left now, so she's forced to come back out the field. Ulster University without a score so far, but Hagney has it again. and referee had given advantage and now brings it back for a free. Decent crowd at this game. I guess there'll be more following for the Ulster University girls. I'm just going to check on the live chat for your comments there. I will react to them and keep an eye on them throughout the game, so feel free to leave messages there as Garland puts this very high. Robin Murray comes out and spills it actually, and that is the other Garland there trying to get possession, but DCU defensively have been doing very well so far. Ulster University get it back though, and there's a foul there as well, which the referee is going to bring back for a free. So on the live chat, Ciara McGettigan says best of luck to St Paul's and Antrim's Ciara Brown and the Antrim sisters Sarah and Marie O'Neill. Thank you for that, Ciara. This one a bit closer in then. Will we have the first score? Way off camera, by the way. Emma Duggan is getting a little bit of attention as that kick goes to the left and wide. I'm not sure if it's getting a new pair of boots or whatever, but yeah, it looks like it. New laces maybe. She's putting her gloves back on. Back to the play then. Nicely taken by Sarah Reynolds to McGuinness. McGuinness from Skerries Harp, same club as the legendary Dublin ladies footballer Lindsay Davey. That's Clodagh Lohan feeding it forward to Kate Kenny. Kate with the white boots leaves it off to Duggan, who goes on the run off the shoulder. Leah Fox coming back, and they've drawn all the Ulster University players to one side, but can they move the ball quickly? That's Ruth Sargent going through the middle. Kate Kenny involved again and again. Kenny gets inside the scoring zone for her and pops it over nicely, and again a lovely little quick interchange between them. They really play very slick football, and that was another example, and they now lead 3 points to no score. There is a scoreboard on the ground, but it's over in the far corner, and wouldn't you know, there's 3 people standing in front of it. It makes it rather hard to see for me, but I think I've counted 3 points. That's a decent ball in if they can get that, but again it's the DCU defenders getting out in front, and a nice quick delivery as well out of defence to Clodagh Lohan. That was by Niamh Donlan back there. So the ball not really sticking, and the Ulster University forwards not having any joy really. This is Kate Kenny again. Lovely 2-footed player looking for Handley, but I think that is going to go over the end line for a wide, and it is. And now another person that stood in front of the scoreboard. So it's completely blocked now, so not really much point in having it if nobody can see it, but maybe someone will ask those people to move. They are obviously unaware, but I can definitely see not for Ulster University, and they are under pressure here, and that's Mia Ferguson under pressure, and they've stolen it. Or have they? Mia Ferguson did well to recover there and gets her free, but Duggan and Kenny nearly getting that ball from Ferguson, and he would have been in for a goal. Now a chance for Ulster University to attack. It was Laura Kavanagh bringing it forward for Niamh McClory. Again, very disciplined defending from DCU. But there's a good ball into the middle. It needs to be accurate, and it was, to Katrina O'Hagan, and she bursts forwards. Can she get inside the scoring zone? She fancies this one, and that will be a super score if she gets it, and it is a super score. Well, they toiled to try and get anywhere near the goals, but one pass, one drop of the shoulder, and a decent finish, and they have their first score of the game. 3-1. Actually, I'm being told it's 4. There's the problem with not being able to see the scoreboard. That's 4-1. Sorry about that, but as I say, there's people in front of the scoreboard. If anybody's listening from Queens, maybe you could ask those people to move away from the scoreboard. I don't actually see the screen that you're seeing. I know there's a scoreboard on it, but I don't see that. Not on this actual stream. Anyway, 4-1 I make it then. And will it go to 5? Because Leah Fox gets a good kick on that one, and it is a super score, another excellent score. Caroline has just messaged on the live chat. Let's go, Katrina, she says. That must be Katrina O'Hagan from the Boston Shamrocks. Kick out is pinpoint again, and it needed to be for Edel Hagney. And now Garland gives it to Erin Sands. I think I said she was involved earlier and kicked the ball over the sideline. It wasn't her, but this is definitely Erin Sands from Saul near Downpatrick in County Down. That one drilled into the corner, and it's Niamh King. Can she keep it in? No. And it's actually an Ulster University ball, even though, well, actually, yeah, it was indicated for Ulster University, even though DCU took it, and she's mystified at that decision, but definitely the flag went up, and it's a Ulster University ball. This is O'Neill, or rather McQuaid. This is Holly McQuaid. O'Neill is at 14. That's Holly McQuaid. Another little bit of confusion, but it is an Ulster University ball. McQuaid will give it back out here to Edel Hagney. From Greenmore in Armagh. This is McClory from County Down again, and a Clone club. Now this is Maria O'Neill. The run comes from Ciara Brown, adding an extra player, and she drives and tries to leave it off, and does to McClory, but she has a lot of attention in there, and DCU win that back rather easily. They're so good at doing that, and now they will try and transition as quickly as they can. Players over. Kate Kenny has two options here. She gives it to Lohan. Sargent has stopped her run because it's gone through the middle, but still available here, and now is found by Duggan. No options up ahead for the goal chance, so they're just going to filter it back out. That's Kerry Owens, number 8. This is Reynolds. And Aisling Hanley is the player they're keeping on the edge of the square. She's the one staying in there. Sargent again to Fox, to Duggan. Lovely quick hands and smashed, ending up in the net, deflected off the Ulster University defender, and there's a player down injured, but there is a goal, and it's 1-4 now. I make it to a point, and they are so slick, DCU, when they go through like that. Really quick hands and a devastating finish. And the holders very much in control, but they have a player down injured. I can't see who it is. Well, the white boots would tell me, well, it's not Kate Kenny. She has white boots, but it's not her. I can see her over to the other side, so it's definitely not her. So the champions starting this game very impressively. They've won the last 2 O'Connor Cups. They won 6 titles in all. They had a 3 in a row about 15 years ago, I think it was. Ulster University won it only once in 2008. They lost in the finals in 2010, 2011 and 2012, which was played in the arena pitch here at Queens. They lost that day to Louise Murrah-Hertig and some of the O'Sullivan girls with UCC. They haven't been in a final since, and the way this game's going, they won't be in a final today either, though of course it is early days. Just to let you know as well, we will have 2 more live streams tomorrow morning before the O'Connor Cup final. There's the Lynch final and the Giles final, and they've been swapped around, so the Giles Cup final will be at 11 AM and the Lynch Cup final will be at 1 PM. We will have live streams of both of those games on the Ladies Football YouTube channel. DCU, by the way, with their starting 15, this is now before the 2 changes. They had 10 different counties listed, plus the likes of Donegal, Laois, Sligo in the subs as well. So a real spread around the country. And they are managed by Stephen Duff, and this year his backroom team includes Anthony Cook, who would have been with Sylvester's a few years ago when they had a great run to an All-Ireland club title, and Darren Kendrick, who has been involved with Kildare's superb underage success the last few years. Ulster University are managed by Conor McComiskey and Ollie McStravick. Came so close last year, so they'll be very disappointed with the start they've made here. Oh good, the people have moved away from the scoreboard. Excellent. I wonder if somebody got word. Well, if they did, thank you very much. It's beautifully clear now. 1-5 to 1 point. And the referee is indicating a change. So the unfortunate DCU player is having to go off after being involved in that goal. I'm not sure if she actually scored that goal or not, but definitely involved in the move. Clearly went in courageously and got the goal, got the reward. It's 1-5 to a point. And it looks like DCU are just restructuring a little bit. I'm trying to see where their subs are and who's come in. Don't know if they brought in a player or not just yet. Beautifully taken by Hannah McGuinness in the middle of the field. Now Kate Kenny and DCU really playing superbly early in this game, and it's Kenny again running the show. There's a run through the middle by Kerry Owens. They filter it back out. This is the cornerback, Ciara Durkin. Leah Fox. Any one of these players can score from distance. Leah has done it already, and there's another absolute beauty from Leah Fox. 1-6 to a point, and they're very, very adept at taking points from distance. It's been one of the features of the game so far, but they can also move it really, really well through the hands and cut through you. They seem to have everything, and they have pressed and won that from the kick out. Hanley. So many of the defensive structures these days try to keep you outside the scoring zone, but where is the scoring zone when you're playing DCU? There's so many fabulous players that they can score from all sorts of angles. This is Kenny again, somehow keeping possession, but eventually I think she's maybe blown for over-carrying. A little bit of respite for Ulster University. See 28 out there. No, that's Fionnuala McLaughlin. I'm trying to pick up if they have another player on DCU. 20, yeah, 20's out there now for DCU, so maybe that's the change. And 20 would be Jenna Mortimer, another Mayo girl, in for DCU. I think that's the change that they made there. This is Clodagh, or rather Adele Hagney, and the captain, or rather the midfielder. This is actually, no, number 10, actually, I'm getting mixed up, sorry. Adele Hagney again. But look at that, the DCU defenders out in front so many times. Donlan has already done that several times. Must be a nightmare for a forward with the defender getting out in front so many times. And it results in DCU then owning the ball when they go forward. But this has been a good turnover. Lauren Garland winning the ball back for Ulster University. Quinn involved there and left it off to Lauren Garland, to Adele Hagney again, to Lauren Garland again. Brown makes herself available, and that's good work by Brown. She just takes it away from Mortimer. They could really do with something here, couldn't they? Needless to say, Niamh King leaves it off. Will this be their first score from play? And it is, and that was a really good move after the turnover from Garland. 1-6 to 2, 9 to 2, and boy, did Ulster University need that. And generous applause from the big crowd here as well. Number 7 is Christina Charters there on the ball. Cavan girl from Crusher Lock. I think Maria Cannon didn't start, by the way. That's one of the ones I've worked out who didn't start for DCU. This is the number 2, Niamh Donlan, I think. Or is it? No, maybe it wasn't. Anyway, it's over that far side. I'll work out who it is, but let's get on with the play because Emma Duggan has it now and gets it to McGuinness. Ulster University pinned in, and now Duggan. She hasn't scored yet, but she's perfectly capable of scoring from distance. Lovely little toe poke pass there from Kate Kenny. They're just unlocking the defence from all sorts of angles. Although that one goes to the right and wide. 1-6 plays 2. Crowd have gone very quiet. DCU have silenced the home crowd, forcing the long kick again from the goalkeeper, and it worked quite well though because Niamh McClory has it, gets advantage as well. This is Niamh King, or rather this is Holly McQuaid popping up on the right hand side to McClory. received inside the 20 from the kick out, and you can't do that. It mustn't have just gone outside, and that is a result of the DCU press. And that one played into Duggan. Ulster University coming out with the ball. Under pressure once again. DCU just working so hard, and they get the decision as well. I know it's easier when you're winning, but DCU's tails really up and enjoying this. Everybody showing for the ball, everybody wanting it. Whereas Ulster University already are so far behind, it's really tough for them mentally. Just checking on the live chat all the time for your comments. You're all a little bit quiet today. You're maybe mesmerised by the fantastic display by DCU. And Ulster University fans haven't really got much to say. What can you say when you're meeting a machine like this? DCU with the last two. And look at the way they support each other. And Emma Duggan coming in on the run. Great effort, but goes to the left and wide. But the diagonal runs, or runs off the shoulder, well rehearsed over the years. Finely tuned. 1-8 plays 2. Ulster University come in with such high hopes. And again, the kick has had to go high up the middle, but DCU have got it this time. And Leah Fox plays the ball through to Kate Kenny, and she isn't quite able to pick it up, but there was certainly a goal threat there. They've had one goal so far. If they get another one, they will really be out of sight. This is Mia Ferguson, sister of Grace Ferguson, the Armagh All-Star at the end of last year from the Ballyhagan club in Armagh. This is Garland trying to get her team going. Fantastic players, sister to sister, twin to twin there, trying to get Ulster University back into this game. McClory gets it back to Lauren Garland, or Garland rather, and oh, that's actually a free out. I think the home crowd expected a free for Ulster University, but it's gone the other way. So not long to half time, and what a half it's been by the champions. Have they got even better since last year? Murray gives it and wants it again. That's what I was saying. They all want it. They all want to be part of this. A little bit of a hand there, pushing the player over the side, I think. And yep, free given. Lohan takes it. And that, for once, is a wayward pass by DCU. And the frightening thing is that DCU have such an impressive bench as well. Tara Breheny is in there from St Mary's and Sligo. We saw her perform brilliantly for Sligo in last Sunday's live stream game. They have Abigail Temple Asoka from Niamh Connell and Donegal. She's another brilliant young player. Leisha Ryan from St Eunan's. Orla Mallon, of course, from Navan O'Mahony's and Meath. Niamh Crowley is on the bench too from Fingalians. So they have all those players who haven't actually made the starting 15. This is going to come to Brianna Quinn, the vice captain of Ulster University, as the wind picks up really strongly. It's coming into, what way is it going? Possibly coming across the pitch. Duggan gets it to Kenny. And DCU looking for another score before half time. They get it to Leah Fox, who's been superb in the first half. To Hanley, always making herself available. Doesn't go for her own score. Instead it's Fox. Doesn't connect perfectly for once. So a very quiet Dub Arena area here, even though there's a big crowd to our right and left and on the far side, because DCU are just silencing them with their superb play. And look at the way they've left that again. McGuinness coming through. There's always an extra player and there's always lovely slick hands, but in this occasion it's broken down and it's going to be a free, I was going to say to the home team, but the Belfast team. Ulster University and Queens would be both Belfast teams, but certainly rivals more than friends.
Who's looking, Ulster?
Referee says come on ahead, play away. I think she was waiting for a whistle. Laura Kavanagh just gives it back to her goalkeeper Cara Bradley from the St Peter's Warren Point Club. But such a contrast when they get the ball to DCU get the ball. DCU moves so fast, and Ulster University trying to build up a little bit of speed, which they are now doing. And the fullback Sands plays her ball forward, but they're going to be a little bit fortunate to get that, and O'Neill got in there in front of Christina Charters and ended up on the ground, but I think it was just two players going for the ball. It was clearly O'Neill who got the ball first, and she will get the decision, but I think it was just Charters honestly going for the ball that was there to be won. Charters, the vice captain of this DCU team from Crusherlock, famous club in County Cavan. Shane Curley, the referee. He's worked hard over the last couple of days, as has the full panel of referees. They ref and then they maybe do line in the next game. So on the line here we have Eddie Cuthbert, who refereed the first game, and he's refereeing the Donaghy Cup game that we're doing after this. And on the other line it's Emma Dunn. Sarah O'Neill from St Ergnet's Money Glass leaves it off to Garland. This is good by Amy Garland, going direct and scoring a fine point. That's their second in the half from play. That gets a little bit of a ripple of applause. Brings it to 3 points, makes the scoreboard look a little bit better. 1-8 to 3. 8 points in it. Leisha Lenahan gets it from her goalkeeper. And they have been able to get possession from their goalkeeper so easily, DCU. Duggan gets out in front. And I think she was fouled there. A touch on the arm by Sands, and fouled again by Sands, certainly the second time. And you get the feeling that Ulster University are chasing shadows here, and they're getting a little bit despondent, as you can expect. Lohan now, brilliant play again. So many players who are adept at going from side to side and bringing great pace to the game and attacking players, but it's easier, I suppose, when you have good players around you running off the shoulder. This is Ciara Brown with a determined run forward. She gets a bang to the face, though when the referee says play on, she got the ball, and it was Hannah McGuinness got that challenge. As I say again, great press by DCU on the Ulster University defenders, making it so hard for them just to get out. This is Ciara Durkin from Knockmore in County Mayo. Kate Kenny from Niamh Kieran. That's a brilliant ball in, looking for Hanley. Mia Ferguson got in the way, and there is the half-time whistle, and what a half it has been for DCU. 1-8 to 3 points. Doesn't even tell the full story. I think they were better value than that. They are heading towards the final unless Ulster University can do something very, very dramatic in the second half. They'll no doubt try and recharge and reset and give it a go, but it's hard to see at this point the girls in yellow being denied. Very, very impressive. We'll be back with the second half in about 5 or 6 minutes' time. Welcome back to the second half. Ulster University have scored 1 point. Amy Garland with a fine score for them, but it's Emma Duggan now for DCU, looking to cancel that out at the other end. Strong challenge coming in from Laura Kavanagh, though, to keep her out. But DCU will try another route to goal. They get it back to McGuinness. Kate Kenny now slipping it very slickly once again to Sargent, and they come back out when there's no way through. They will start that all over again with Sarah Reynolds. Fionnuala McLaughlin now from Westport in Mayo. This is Ciara Durkin, also from Mayo, from the Knockmore club, but for once it's broken down. That's not something we've been used to in the game so far from DCU. But it's Ulster University in possession way over on that far side. I think that might be Holly McQuaid, and it is. And she gets her free. And that was a painful one. Score now then 1-8 to 4 points. One score in the second half, and it's gone to Ulster University. A little bit of treatment required, and I'm looking around to see if there's any changes from the first half. I haven't seen any yet. Both teams took plenty of time at half time, both probably for different reasons. Ulster University trying to regroup and go again in the second half after that dominant display in the first half by DCU. Breeze has picked up, and I think it's in favour slightly of Ulster University. So this is the 2025 AIG Ireland O'Connor Cup second semi-final. Ulster University lost last year down in MTU Cork to UCC after extra time. I think all the games went at extra time, but the games today so far, the semi-finals, going to the opposite, pretty straight victories, unless Ulster University can do something really dramatic here. You can be sure that Garland will do her level best. She's trying to do what her sister did and get a score, but just puts it to the right and it goes wide. Now let's look at the kick-out strategy from DCU. I think in the first half they won nearly all of their kick-outs. And there again, a little bit of a run to the side from Leisha Lenihan, and she's done that so many times, getting it off her keeper, and then they have the possession that they need. This is Ciara Durkin. Whereas at the other side, Ulster University's kick-outs have nearly all had to be kicked up the middle, and then they've been 50-50. Robin Murray, very reminiscent of Monica McGurk, of course, the other Meath goalkeeper. If I go back to the All-Ireland finals that they won, always so very cool and calm, giving the ball at close quarters and taking it back, and very cool under pressure. Robin has obviously learned from the best and gets the ball again. DCU and no particular rush here at all, just enjoying themselves. Sargent give it to Kerry Owens, and this is Owens from the Thomas Davis Club in Dublin. And she'll just come back out to Sargent, and they'll just enjoy possession in the sunshine here. A little bit of a tug in the end, a little bit of frustration from Niamh King. And Duggan will come over to take it, but much too far out from goal. Their players do interchange a lot positionally, apart maybe from Aisling Hanley, who tends to stay nearest the goal, and that's where she is at the minute. And that's a free out for Ulster University. Decision goes to Garland, and the referee will tick for that as well. I wonder will any of these ticks add up. This could be one of those ones where the referee has seen three, and indeed it is. Just thought by the way he went over there that was going to be a third. Clodagh Lohan sent to the sin bin. Now this could be an opportunity for Ulster University then. An extra player, they're 7 points down. If they can do something in the next 5-6 minutes to get back into this game, we could really have a game on. Sands comes over to this side where there are two players. And it's Maeve Ferguson, number 4. Inside, it's Niamh McClory, who is 9, from Annaclone and County Down, getting the ball. This is Sarah O'Neill from Moneyglass. A little bit of a push on her, just knocks her off balance. McGuinness concedes the free. The referee is holding up play now. There must be a substitution. In fact, there's three subs coming into the play at once. So let's try and follow all this. Well, you can see probably that Hanley is going off for DCU. Brianna Quinn is going off. And is that 10 as well for Ulster University, which would be Adele Hagney. I think it is at 10. Yeah, she's gone off as well. So those are 3 players gone off. I'll work out who came on in a second, but let's follow the ball. Lauren Garland trying to make something happen. They lead the second half 1-0, Ulster University, but still quite a distance behind. 21 for Ulster University on the ball and winning a free as well, and that's Annie Guff, and she's actually from Mayo. So Annie Guff, 21 from McHale Rovers in Mayo, making an impact, winning a free. So this could be 2-0 in the second half for Ulster University. So they're hoping they can get a little bit of momentum, but has that gone over? It's gone to the left, has it, or inside? It's gone inside the post. Beautifully taken, and it was actually another sub, 23, Emma Conroy from Tyrone. Fine player. And a nice finish, coming on and taking the frees right away. So the 2 subs making an impact. And it's back now to 1-9 to 5. That's 7 points. I thought it was 7 already. I must have got that wrong, but it's 7 in it. 12 plays 5, but another free for Ulster University. So if Conroy can put this over, that'll be 3 in a row. No cause for panic at all, of course, for DCU. That's the last thing they'll do. But it's better from Ulster University. And she's done it again. 2 in a row from Conroy, 3 in a row from Ulster University. And there's another change, I think, for Ulster University, and it is indeed their full forward, Maria O'Neill, replaced. I haven't picked up the sub yet. As Robin Murray boots the ball over to our side here. Very high. I don't think it'll be kept in. Oh, no, it is kept in brilliantly by Fionnuala McLaughlin. Under pressure from 2 players. And gives a nice pass as well to Ciara Durkin. Well, that's Mayo to Mayo. Awfully girl Kate Kenny getting involved as well. We'll just take it out to the right. And puts a ball over dangerously. And this could lead to a goal. Ciara Brown gets a touch to it. The goal is still on. Oh, saved on the line. I think it was Fox who got the shot in the end. But right place at the right time. And it might have been Conroy, actually, the sub who came on and scored 2 points. I think it's Conroy who was all the way back there. Well, she definitely has made a huge impact as a sub, scoring 2 points at one end and saving a goal at the other. Remains 1-8 to 6. 5 in it now. Yeah, maybe the scoreboard was a little bit slow. I thought it was 7, then I corrected that, but it was right. 1-8 to 6, there's 5 points in it now. So there was 8 in it at half time. Wind picking up, but it's more coming into my face, coming across the pitch, but maybe slightly in favour of the girls in white. Sarah O'Neill, her sister went off a minute ago. And this is one of the subs. This is the sub who came on, the last sub who came on. And she's looking lively and getting it back out again. So this, you feel, is an important time in the game. If there's going to be a comeback, it needs to build, and it's been building slowly. Ciara Brown trying her level best. She's fouled but keeps going and tries to leave it off, does leave it off. Falls to Garland. And is this 4 in a row? They need this to go over. It's a good effort. It's a brilliant effort. It is 4 in a row. Credit to Ciara Brown from St Paul's in Belfast. Laid it on the plate. And it was Lauren Garland who applied a very nice finish as well. We're back to a 4-point game. The press from Ulster University, but it doesn't work. Trying to pick up the other sub for you for Jordanstown. 25, I think it is. Which would be, of course it is, it's Saoirse Gormley from Carrickmore in Tyrone. fabulous young player, one of the best and most promising young talents in the country. If you haven't seen her, you could be in for a treat here today. Fabulous player. But at the other end, good defending for Ulster University. And they are starting, you feel, to grow in belief and stature in this game. And now the noise level is rising among the crowd. And you can sense on the field as well, this ain't over. It would be an amazing comeback if they turn it round, but they're not that far off now. And of course they have the extra player, Niamh King. Back to Garland. Back to King. The down girl will go across the field. Now that could be intercepted. Conroy trying to get there, and in the end they do get there with Niamh McClory. Holly McQuaid fancies it. I think that's not going to have the distance, but it's still a dangerous one, and it's spilled as well by Murray, and Garland has it. And if she can put this one over or even into the net, was a push there on her definitely by Hannah McGuinness. It knocked her off balance, and that is as good as a point for Ulster University. They are going to get it back to 3. Didn't see this coming, I have to admit, although the 15 against 14 has maybe been a factor. DCU don't look like they're panicking, but they certainly are going to have to raise it a little bit here. Garland is down, just knocked off balance, and I didn't think she was going to get her score, but they will get a score now from the free, you would imagine, from her sister. So this game has just become a little bit more interesting. The UCC management are up behind me. They've come up from the other pitch to keep an eye on this team. Now I've been told by Derek on our live chat that the stream skipped and missed a couple of points in 3 minutes. Well, no, we missed a point at the start of the second half. There have been a few technical issues, as you get, as I was trying to explain yesterday, when you are moving from pitch to pitch. You have to sacrifice a few bits here and there, but we're doing our best to keep the stream going for you. But I think it was only one at the start of the second half, unless there was another interruption. But the score definitely now to bring you up to date, 1-8 to 8 points. One score in it. Kick out is pinpoint from Robin Murray to Niamh Donlan. So good at getting possession from their kickouts, whether they're short or long kicks. McGuinness gives it back. The supporters trying to lift the performance for Ulster University. You see Gormley there, 25, trying to fight back, trying to win some ball to put pressure on DCU, but they keep possession, and Emma Duggan on the ball now. Back to Ruth Sargent. She will come across to this side to Ciara Durkin. Well, Durkin was there, number 4, but this is Donlan. Back to Murray. DCU being very cool and calm and collected, but they have seen their big lead whittled away down to 3 points. And I don't think they've actually scored in this half. Maybe the one? No, I don't think they do, or have, but they have a chance here now. Kerry Owens, number 8, involved Kate Kenny. She can score off either foot and gets it away off the left, and there you go. There's her first score of the second half, and a really good score it was, 1-9 to 8. That's what they can do. That's what Kate Kenny can do. She's brilliant off either foot. What a talent. Cara Bradley with a kick out now, and she does exactly what Murray did at the other end. Pinpoint pass to Maeve Ferguson, to Ciara Brown. Antrim joint captain last year. Brown goes past Kenny, runs into 2 more players, and it's going to be brought back for a free. I'm trying to see where the numbers are now with DCU, if their yellow carded player is back, but I think she's approaching the halfway area looking to come back, but she's still not back, so it's still 14, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, yeah, 14 players for DCU at the minute, but they're about to go back to 15. The lead now 4 points. Ulster University persist with Erin Sands, the number 3 in her back, but she goes forward. I'm not sure that is going to go where it intended, but it doesn't matter because it's still one of her teammates. It's Niamh King who does brilliantly. She's going to need a bit of support. Gets it from Saoirse Gormley from a really difficult angle. And what a point by Saoirse Gormley. I told you to watch out for her. What a talent and what a way to introduce yourself to O'Connor Cup football. The girl from Carrickmore and Tyrone scores for Ulster University to bring it back to 3. Robin Murray, and again they just go so accurately, whether it's short or long, to get possession, and Ulster University do press, but they just can't stop them. So cool in possession, as if it's a training match. 3 in it, but here could be a turnover, and surely that was a push, and it was on Conroy. A free for Ulster University. And you know, this place could erupt if Ulster University get a goal in the next few minutes. They've certainly put themselves in a really good position. Amy Garland looking for options. Annie Guff made herself available. Garland again, she will spin and give it out to Sarah O'Neill. And after such a disappointing first half, Ulster University are right back in this. That's Goff again, the Mayo girl, but unable to find Gormley. O'Neill applying pressure now, and eventually DCU come away with it, and they'll bring the ball over now to this side to Kerry Owens, to Fanula McLaughlin. Comes in the middle, decides better off it and goes for the wing. There's lots of room out here. She uses her pace. I told you when she came on about her pace. Gives it off to Leah Fox, talking about pace, to Kate Kenny, and they'll just hold and keep ball here now for a minute or two. They have that 3-point lead, just a 1 score in the second half, but a big lead from the first half. And if they can get another one now, they'll just keep Ulster University at bay to make it a 2-score game. Still look comfortable, even though they haven't been dominating the way they did in the first half. That's Duggan at close quarters, giving a ball in, and Duggan is there again. And it's well defended in the end by Ulster University. And if they can transition here quickly, they might catch a lot of the yellow jerseys up the pitch, although there are still plenty of yellow jerseys back. Saoirse Gormley is the only Ulster University player in the other half. So there's no point at just belting it forward, but she does get in there, Gormley, and had no right to win that ball, but she does win it and gets a free. That's exactly what you need at this time in the game. And she leaves it off as well. So they're certainly battling, the Ulster girls, and not out of this by any means. Is that a change for Ulster University? That looks like, is it their number 11 possibly, which would be Katrina O'Hagan, who's gone to the sideline. High long ball crossfield towards Garland, and it's broken down. Referee says play on, and it's Emma Conroy, one of the subs involved there, and also is that Ellie Sherlock who's in there, I think, who's the sub as well, number 20. She must have come on in that last change. Kate Kenny under pressure, but holding ball, and it will be brought back. A foul earlier. Checking the live chat for you to see if there's any more messages there. You've all gone a little bit quiet. I'm sure you're, or I hope you're enjoying the coverage and the game. It is an intriguing one. At half time I didn't see a comeback, but it's materialised. But DCU playing as if there's no panic at all, but there might be panic now because Ulster University have it, and if they can get it up to the likes of Gormley, who could pinch a goal, we could have a real storming finish. This is Ciara Brown of St Paul's and Antrim playing for Ulster University, storming past Kate Kenny. She did this a few minutes ago that led to a score, and she pumps a high ball in there, looking no doubt for Gormley. It nearly bounced over the bar but goes wide. Don't see any substitute movement over the far side. Actually I do. I see a DCU player now who's gone to the lines person. So we're going to have a change, not right now, but I'm sure in the next minute or so. Robin Murray. Oh, and for once her kick out does not find a girl in yellow. Instead of Ulster University, and they get it across looking for Sherlock or Garland. Well, that was a half a chance for Ulster University to get in for a goal to level this game. This is Kerry Owens trying to cool everything down. They go back to Murray, to Donlan. And that's Sherlock coming over to her. DCU just passing it through the hands. McLaughlin available on this side. Hannah McGuinness will have spotted her, but is forced to go left. And O'Neill did really well there to guide her to one side and then dispossess her. That was good work by Sarah O'Neill. Brown. Very strong sun, by the way, that I haven't mentioned in the faces of Ulster University as they play from right to left. That's probably not easy for them. Probably makes the Gormley point even more impressive. Now, is there something special? Well, she's kicked that from distance. Not a score, but looking to get the ball in to one of her teammates, but it doesn't stick from Conroy, and DCU get possession back. Advantage applied by Shane Curley, and that will come back. O'Neill penalised on that occasion, and now we will have the substitution that I was talking about, I think. And who's going off? Is it Kerry Owens, possibly? I think it is. The number 8 has gone off, and trying to see the number who the player is who's come on, but can't see it just yet. But she seems to have taken up a defensive position. Is that 20? Possibly 20, which would be Jenna Mortimer, but she was on earlier. Anyway, let's go back to the play because they're in behind it. Kate Kenny has it for DCU, and it's deflected out for a 45. Yeah, it looks like Mortimer, number 20 for DCU. I thought she came on in the first half, but maybe she came on and went off. I'm not quite sure. All good, I'm told, with the live stream. Remember, we have one more this afternoon at 5 o'clock, the Donaghy Cup final. Marino Institute from Dublin in against ATU Galway. We'll be back down to the arena and hopefully be able to bring you that one if we can get all the technical issues sorted out. This is Ruth Sargent to Kate Kenny. Held up by Laura Kavanagh. Swings it with her left foot. Well, if this goes over, it'll be the score of the day. What a brilliant score from Kate Kenny. What an ability to have, to be able to kick from right and left and from distance. That's fantastic, and it just eases it out to 4 points. Superb player, the girl from Offaly. Now that kick out needs to be accurate, and it is, to Maeve Ferguson. So DCU just doing enough in the last 5 or 6 minutes to keep Ulster University at bay. It's more point for point at this stage. And of course DCU back up to 15 has made a difference as well. It's actually number 9 who came in for DCU, Aoife Cullen from Gussaran in Wexford, so she didn't start the game. Thanks to Emma for spotting that one. Thank you, Emma Kelly. 2 players down from DCU. It's one of those games, it feels like it could really, really catch light, catch fire, but needs something more, needs a goal from Ulster University, but they are running out of time. We had plenty of fireworks last year in the semi-finals down in MTU Cork. 2 semi-finals so far today. Lots of great football, but not real drama that we had last year. UCC waiting in the final then. Just looking around, and yep, I see the red tops of their management behind me. They have the advantage of watching this game after booking their place in the final after they won their semi-final against University of Galway. I was saying earlier in the first stream that in days gone by the 2 semi-finals were played at the same time, but at least when they're staggered now it allows both of them to be streamed. A high hopeful ball put in, looking for Gormley, and she gets in behind. What a special player she is, and she goes to ground and it's a penalty. Well, I did tell you about Saoirse Gormley. She's come on, she scored an amazing point. She won a ball that she shouldn't have won, and now she's won a penalty. What a debut in the O'Connor Cup weekend by the girl from Carrickmore in Tyrone. Talk about impact subs. She is a special, exciting talent. We've seen her over the last 3 or 4 years. We actually filmed the game, streamed the game up in Letterkenny, where we saw her for the first time during COVID, the COVID time, and she was brilliant that day, and we've been watching her ever since come through with her club and county. She scored in the National League, a goal that won the game for Tyrone against Mayo a few weeks ago, and here she is now doing it for her college. It's Niamh King. There's 4 points in it. This to bring Ulster University within a point up against Robin Murray, but Murray saves it. She saves it diving to her right, and DCU's goalkeeper, the Meath goalkeeper, superb young goalkeeper. She learnt a lot from Monica McGurk, and I'm sure Monica will be proud of that save. It keeps it at 4 points. And the home team really, I say the home team, the team from Belfast really needed that, but now Fionnuala McLaughlin can add insult to injury at the other end. An opportunity missed by Ulster University. Emma Duggan now battling to try and keep possession, and in the end it's going the other way. Well, that was the moment, I think, that I was looking for this game really to come to life, but a missed opportunity and a change now. I think it's number 9 has gone off for Ulster University. That's Niamh McClory. 19 is in for Ulster, and that is Karina Doyle from Greenmore in County Armagh. And she takes the ball nicely. Same club as Adele Hagney, who was playing earlier. This is Erin Sands for Ulster University. 21 is Annie Goff. 20 is Ali Sherlock. Back to Goff. 3 yellow jerseys around her, but she still gets through them. Niamh King trying to put that penalty behind her. Didn't connect it properly. You could see that she slipped as she kicked it. There's a free in though. But what an opportunity that was for Ulster University. Another sub coming in, this time for DCU, and it's Leah Fox going off. Well, she had a brilliant first half, hasn't seen much ball in the second. The girl coming in is number 29, and that would be Jade Lyons. And Jade is from Sligo Harps. From distance, well outside the D. It's not going to reach, but they need to watch it, and Murray watched it one-handed. She pawed that one away when it looked like it might drop into the top corner. And slips the ball out as well, and DCU winning a free to relieve the pressure. So 110 to 9 points for DCU, the holders. This is a sub who's just come on. Lyons, McLaughlin, 29 and 28 and 21 involved there. Hannah McGuinness. 2 of them actually started the game, even though their numbers are in the 20s. This is McLaughlin again. Kate Kenny. 2 points for her in the second half have been crucial to keep her side ticking over. They haven't scored that much in the second half, but they've done just enough. That was Sargent giving it back to Durkin. DCU owning possession at the minute. This is Sarah Reynolds. They're working their way forward slowly, but has it been won back? I think it has. Now, is there one last push in Ulster University? They've got plenty of players back. They need to get them up the field. This is Ali Sherlock. The last chance came from a hit and hope ball in there, and Gormley did brilliantly. I guess DCU might be going to counter that by saying maybe it wasn't a foul, but it was impossible to see from here. But certainly Gormley went down and the referee gave it, but penalty saved by Murray. Duggan pops it over to the other side. And she just about retained possession there for DCU. A lot of white jerseys back, though it's hard to see where the score is going to come from here. Pops it up looking for Kenny, but doesn't get there. And instead, that's Laura Kavanagh, the captain of this Ulster University team. Is there enough energy in this team? It's Garland trying to get past Duggan, but she's held up and she's dispossessed as well. And it's a free for her team. Well, that was Emma Duggan doing great work there, and Kate Kenny will come over and no doubt she'll pat her on the back and make sure she's okay, because that was an important bit of work by the captain. Message coming in all the way from San Francisco on the live chat from Claire Collera. And hi Claire, she says go Ali from all at Fog City, so a little bit of support there for Ali Sherlock. So time running out on Ulster University. It looks like they're going to lose in the semi-finals for the second year in a row. And it looks like a DCU against UCC final for the second year in a row. That final will be live tomorrow on TG Cahir YouTube, I think it is. Whereas we will be live streaming the first two games of the day, the two finals. So at 11 AM the Giles Cup final, and at 1 o'clock the Lynch Cup final. They've been switched around. If you were following the programme or thinking about those games, about watching them, be warned about that one. The Giles is now at 11 in the morning. We will live stream both of those games. Excuse me. So we are approaching the end of this game, and at the end we're going to go off pretty quickly because we have to get back down to the arena for the final at 5 o'clock, and it's now 4:20, so we won't have much time to hang around. The important thing is that you see this game right to the conclusion. Annie Gough for Ulster University. Is there a last bit of drama? No, it's been intercepted. And it's DCU breaking out once more. The interception was by Jenna Mortimer. She's near the ball at the minute, but Kate Kenny has it now. Well, they have a player over here if they can get her. They could finish the job here, Kate Kenny. She's going alone, but she may. No, she doesn't. She's still going alone. Now feeds her teammate to give an easy tap over the line, and it's Hannah McGuinness. And Kate Kenny says, well done, but really, Kate, it was all your work. Brilliant goal right at the end of the game to seal the victory for DCU and a place in the final. They're going for 3 in a row. It's a repeat of last year's final against UCC. It's 2-10 to 9 points, and what a player Kate Kenny is. Right at the end, so it wasn't totally necessary, but it certainly put the icing on the cake for DCU. An emphatic victory, even though Ulster University came back and got about 5 in a row in the second half. Their big chance was a penalty, but Robin Murray saved from that, and from there you didn't really see it coming. DCU, very, very impressive. They march into the final. We will go on now to the Donaghy Cup final on a live stream at 5 o'clock. You'll be able to see DCU against UCC in the O'Connor Cup final tomorrow afternoon on TG Cahir. But from us, for now, it's goodbye.